Hey y'all, Bearder Bros Golf Show back at it again for another week. I am Rod.
And I'm Marcus.
Peter Malnati, who we actually touched on last week as a player director for the PGA Tour, wishing that maybe he wasn't the one that was out front speaking about kind of the ins and outs of the league.
Can you comment on the reports of a meeting Monday uh, somewhere around here?
I don't even think our membership knows anything about a meeting on Monday yet. I don't know the details of it. Yeah, I think I think when I do know details, I'd rather tell our membership first. But I honestly I think at this point I probably should have more details because yeah, there may be a meeting. But I don't even know. I don't know where it is or how I'm getting there. And I'd like to know that information, and I'd like to then tell the membership about it before I
It's his
talk about
second
it.
career win today. Not a long hitter. Again, the Copperhead course, the Valspar, championship is not a bomber's course. So
Yep.
Malnati was able to kind of move it around, get his second win. Typically as we do, we'll review the what's in the bag for the winner. So I'll pull that up here. Let's go through Peter Malnati's bag. So just the list first. So he's got the TSR3, 10 degrees, Project X Denali Blue, um, Tour X, shaft. Um, as we were told a few weeks ago, everybody is absolutely playing the Fujikara Ventus, which I mean it's a popular shaft, and we'll touch on that here in a little bit. But he
Yeah.
does have the Fujikara Ventus in his 3 wood, so he's playing a TSI 3 at 15 degrees. Again, this is my obsession now to see who's playing the either 13 or 13 and a half degree 3 wood or the 2 wood,
hmm
and then who's still playing the 15 degree. So
Yeah.
also he's playing the hybrid 818 H2 at 19 degrees with the Tour AD. Interesting thing about this club, and I have some pictures up of this. This is a club from 2017
I was about to say
release
this is an
late.
old ass club.
It really is. And I get it. Kind of the look that he wants. They're not making clubs like this right now. Certain things come and go and certain styles and they get popular, but the style of hybrid that he's playing is not common right now.
Yeah.
Um, so he's got the Titleist, in the bag. T200 for the long iron, the 4 iron, a little bit of help in there. Titleist T150, which is a little bit jacked and loft, very similar to the T100, but just stronger loft. In the 5 iron only, and then T100 in the 6 through 9 with the True Temper AMT Tour White S400. I want to take this quick second to cut into the video and tell you about the links below from our affiliate partner, Golf. You can get the same clubs that these pros are playing week in, week out, and help support the channel as well. So we have the T100s, T200s, T150s, all listed down in the description, as well as a few other items from Peter Malnati's bag. Thank you for your support. Let's get back to the video. Tell me on this. That's you usually see the S400 in wedges. Not typically are we seeing that in full irons. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, in general, the AMT white is not a shaft that you see in a lot of tour bags, period. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't want to, go out on a limb and say like this is a very rare shaft, but I mean, a lot of tour players play the same gram weight throughout the bag, right? Until they get into the wedges, then they put a little bit of a heavier wedge. The AMT Tour White is a progressive set as far as the gram weightage goes in each shaft. So with the higher lofted clubs like the 9, the 8, those are your heavier. That's your heavier. And I think the AMT white goes up to like 115. It might be a little bit heavier because it's the S400, a little bit stiffer, like a stiff
Mm-hmm.
plus type shaft. But yeah, so when you get into like the lower lofted, like the 4 iron, the 5 iron, and clubs like that, that's like right around 100 to 105 gram weighted shafts so that you can still feel like you're swinging it fast. But yeah, that is in itself a very rare shaft to see in a tour player especially one that's, I would say, pretty much in the fight week in and week out. He's middle of the road. We're not seeing Malnati miss cuts. We're not seeing Malnati top 10s, top 5s, but we're seeing Malnati on the leaderboards. We are always seeing footage of him and stuff like that. So I definitely think this is something that you don't see a lot, but very admirable to know his game and know his specs and know what he can and cannot swing. Hence why he's still playing this 8-year-old hybrid that he's playing. Because, he got that. He didn't get that in 2017. He got that as a prototype. Then, he's like, well, I like this. So, let me just keep it in the bag for 2017 going forward, and just kept it going.
And I want to say this shaft actually may not be one that they're offering up to the masses. I'm going to pull up the True Temper website here as well. And you can kind of see from the offerings here. Hopefully that's big enough for viewers. But they're not offering this shaft up in that S400 as a standard offering. So he may, be working with True Temper directly to get that particular weight. For his irons, it seems super unique, and that he's getting kind of very, very custom on his end. This is what they're offering up to the public. So interesting shaft. Say that again.
I said the red. They have 3 different colors. They have the AMT black. If you saw, the AMT black, AMT red, and the AMT white. I'm guessing the white is the heaviest, the red is the lightest, and the black is in the middle. It also has to do with like trajectory and things like that as well. So the heavier shafts tend to have a lower trajectory, just because it's easier for more skilled players to play heavier shafts and keep them lofted down and stuff like that. The stepping is a little bit different.
There's the
boom. Yeah,
there's
there you
the
have
profile.
it right there.
Yep.
There you
have spot on. Low spin, low trajectory. So interesting shaft choice. I mean, we have not seen this one as of yet. We'll keep doing these, and like I said, it's very interesting to see where people, make adjustments. It's probably not, again, not the fastest swinger of the club. So let me pull this back up here.
He has a sizable dip in his swing, if I remember correctly.
He does.
He's
He does work down towards the ball. Yeah. His swing almost reminds me of a little bit of Jim Furyk light. He doesn't do a huge reroute, but he's got some characteristics of his swing that are definitely intricate to himself. Again, the playing the SM9s. I think we haven't seen a lot of players put the SM10s in their bags as of yet. We're seeing a lot of SM9s. I think we said Scotty Scheffler is still rocking the SM8s, rocking the 48, the pitch and wedge, gap, 56. Pretty standard stuff here. Nothing crazy, but he is playing his 60 Bennett 62. So that's an interesting adjustment. He's definitely
he doesn't hit full shots.
Exactly. You already know. True Temper Dynamic Gold S400.
I have a lot of admiration for everybody that plays a pitch and wedge above 46. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a lot of strength. Buddy, 47 at the max, like 46. You getting 135 out of that tops, like.
But at this point, he's the type of player that's playing for accuracy, right? He's not someone that wants to kill his pitch and wedge and is trying to hit that 150, 160 yards. It's for accuracy. So, I mean, like you said, I respect it because he knows his game. I will also have pictures of this Scotty Cameron. It's an interesting putter. It's so fun seeing the different Scotties that are out there, especially the prototypes that you or I can't typically get. So typical Golf Pride Tour Velvet. Another intricacy of his bag, playing the yellow ball, the Pro V1X yellow.
The story just came out about that. It's a cool story, but also kind of like, it's a force. But I get it.
I ran out of time to look it up. What are the Cliff's notes on that?
So they just interviewed him about it after his third round. And he said he did it because last year when his kid was 3, he was really very magnetized to the yellow golf ball. So he played the yellow golf ball for the entire season because of his kiddo, and it
Okay.
reminded him to keep things level, made him smile a little bit out throughout the round. And he said now that his kid is 4, he's over it. In typical toddler phase, you know, with the breeze, the opinions change. So he's
Yeah.
already done with the yellow golf ball, but he said it still makes me think of the kiddo, so I'm still running with it. And you know how little stitches some golfers are. So good on him. And if it's for the family, like I get it. Like it's still kind of corny to me because yellow's corny in general to me, but good on him for having something to think about throughout his round as he's competing for millions. So, whatever it takes, bro. For real.
Whatever it
I, I,
takes.
I mean, Ricky Fowler was playing the picks or whatever. So
Still,
whatever,
yeah.
dog.
Same thing with Fairway Jesus. Tommy Fleetwood plays the picks as well.
Yeah.
So to each his own.
Whatever gets it done, man.
Swinging back to Malnati's clubs. Trying to do a zoom in on the levers, not levers, but the adjustments. He's in neutral setting. Kind of put the little note up here. What you'd
Yep.
expect from a pro, right? Not really wanting a lot of help there, but I thought it was cool that they did a super zoom in on the bottom side of that club. So here's that
He's probably a
hybrid that
neutral setting because he's injected.
mm, that makes sense. That they can kind of
Well,
manipulate it without having to do
yeah,
else.
I had to wait in the hill, super in the hill, not H1 but H2. So if you could just, just shoot me a little glue on the inside, I'll be all right. Yeah, this shit like that. You don't have to worry
Yeah,
about it anymore.
yeah,
That way it looks like store bought, but bro, y'all got shot up. It's cool. It's
of
fine.
course. Here's
Oh
that
yeah,
hybrid from 2017. That square
that
toe
big
is just
blocky
not
shit.
common.
Yeah, that
It's
big
just, I
blocky
mean,
shit.
it
Golly.
was it was popular for a while, and I think I even had a tailor-made. I think I want to say it was the M2. No, it wasn't the
Four,
M2.
four.
Yeah, that had that same kind of square toe. I didn't love it. I
Mm,
mean, I like a compact club. Don't get me wrong, but just something
yeah,
about the look of that from the top line is not very appealing. But
yeah.
again, he's been getting his
I,
wear out of it.
for sure. I think Callaway has the best looking hybrids. Unfortunately, I cannot hit I cannot hit Callaway clubs. Whether that be superstition on my part or however it may come. Like I've tried the Apex Tour, APX CB, the regular Apex. I've tried the Epic Flash, all that stuff. Great looking
No, like
club.
none of the woods, or just the including driver as well, or just their hybrids and
And
through ball.
driver as well. The Big Bertha Epic when it was that first like black and green with the jailbreak and stuff like that. When they were really talking about like the thin hot faces, I mean, that was when I was working in Golf Galaxy and stuff like that. I could test all this stuff out, hit it, get acclimated and stuff to it. It
Just
just wasn't for me,
never
man.
fit you.
Yeah,
I set myself up for a driver fitting this Wednesday. I figured it. I've had
nice.
mine for 3 years. It's time for a change. So I'm very interested to see what shaft I end up with, what head works the best. It's kind of like I went in for iron fitting a couple years ago and had no idea what to expect. You have you think but the
Mm-hmm.
numbers can prove to be something different. So
Facts.
interested to see what I come with next week when we hop on. Kind of go through this. So again, he has this prototype Scotty. It's the masterful tier type. I couldn't find the exact version for sale, but you can see this version was on eBay for $7,000, and there were a lot of comps that were in the same range or same style
Mm-hmm.
as this putter, and they were all 7, 8,000. Saw a couple $10,000 versions of this. So
So as you can tell, friends and family, these guys aren't using regular clubs. Not
They're
your
not.
everyday clubs, buddy. My
They're not.
lord.
They're not. They're not Anthony Kim playing stuff straight from Golf
No,
Galaxy. This is some
no,
it's
bro.
specifically tour, use only designed for him.
Oh, for
Interesting. It's got a little
sure.
bit of extra. The back is definitely unique. It's not the typical Newport. I like it. I actually like it as a blade. Looks like it's got a little more heft back there.
Yeah, see, but now they
Yeah.
have the super select. They have the super select like fastback 1.5, which is like the one wide, the wide blade, which is like, my ultimate look. But that's why I like the Del Mar, because it reminds me of that, but like with completely, you're right, mom. The complete like toe flow and feel that I like. So that's why I gotta stop
Yeah.
tinkering, man, because I just wasted like $20 on a grip, bro, just for me to get it right.
Just
I
to
swear to
go
God,
back to
bro.
what you just had.
Yes, bro. I played 2 rounds and I was like, nope. Literal two whole
Yeah.
rounds, and I was like, nope. Oh my God. It was pain. But I'm back home now, so we're okay now.
You get a lot of stuff out of this channel, y'all. A little business knowledge, a little technical golf knowledge, a little BS in here and there. You're in a well-rounded environment. So uh
Absolutely.
hit that subscribe button, hit that membership button. We got you covered on all things golf.